Welcome back. Last time we built this massive oak tree for our nether portal, and today we're finally stepping through to see what's on the other side. If you're excited, hit that like and subscribe button, and let's jump in. Alright, and welcome back. We are in the nether. It's, not all that exciting to be honest. Our spawn isn't great. We seem to be in a bit of a box. Like I said in last episode, we did jump in here to grab some quartz. This is kind of what I came out to. So, I tried digging down to see if that would get me out. We opened up into a giant lava lake below us. Seems to be some basalt down there. But yeah, this is where I got the quartz. Dig through some stone there. I did not have the foresight to grab cobblestone, so give me just half a second to grab some of that. Okay, we are back in the nether, and I brought my cobblestone this time. We're going to try and get over there into that crimson forest and see if we can start at least being able to explore the nether by getting down that gets down to the base. We might do something. I do want to decorate my portal, but with it being where it's at, I think that's going to have to wait for another episode. For this episode, what we're going to focus on is not getting burned alive. This episode, we're going to... Goodness, I'm really bad at this. We are going to try focusing on getting into a fortress and maybe get ourselves some wither skulls. I ultimately want to start getting into the end game per se, but I do want to get at least a beacon going. Not this episode, at least I want to get everything prepared to fight the wither. I think that'll be our next task of the world, is to kill the wither. I don't want to fight the end dragon yet. I don't want to add flight yet, which is going to seem weird, but I feel like it'll just make the world feel really small, and I want it to kind of feel grand still. I have to go quite a way. I don't have any feather falling, so I want to drop my height. Not this. Glowstone actually get down. Breaks really quick. Okay. This is good. This is good. Yeah. Do I like this? No. Are we getting closer to the ground? Yes. So we're just gonna keep rolling with it. Okay, I'm just going to expand this bridge out really quick, but I think we're close enough to that tree. Or mushroom? I don't know. That crimson tree. That we can jump down and build a little staircase up. Just giving me some ideas. But that's not for this. That's not for this episode. Come back to it. Let's see. What do we have around? Let's see. Alright, so there's... very bright in here. Let's see. There's the blue trees that way. What they're called. Just lava. Lava everywhere. Just... I guess that's on brand for the nether. Alright, so now we're down... Get a little lower. Gotta keep an eye out for a... Also not getting killed. The local wildlife. Or residents, for that matter. Looks like we've already attracted some attention. Okay. Get out of here. Alright, let's do a little run around. Alright, actually. Get out of here. I think I'm gonna grab one of these. The warp fungus should, if I remember right, ward off the hoglin. Take a look around real quick. I'm not seeing anything that kind of stands out to me. Okay, any fortresses? That looks really good. That is giving me ideas for builds in the nether, but that's gonna have to wait for being. We'll go this way. I'm gonna bridge that way, see if we can find something. Yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, so I don't see anything out in there. There seems to be a basalt delta that way, and then I did see those blue trees up there. I do want to head that way. Was gonna go off this way, as you can see, but I think I'm gonna change my... He's gonna shoot me off. Alright, yeah, you know what? Let's just go down here, see if we can get a little bit lower. I don't want to be too high up. Start bridging over here. Be good to get swift sneak eventually. I'm not slow going across the paths. For now, we're just gonna have to live with it. I don't want to get knocked off. Oh man, I hate the Nether. This is terrible. I don't have a bow. So that makes things difficult. And that ghast is now causing me stress because I don't know where he's at either. I think it's terrible. We hate it in the Nether. Ow. Ow. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go back up. New plan of attack. I wonder if I move far enough away if they'll despawn. This is gonna be a very stressful experience, isn't it? Okay, looks like they despawned. This. Down. Quickly get across here. We want to dispatch this individual. See you later. Oh man, I hate this. Okay. Mushrooms there. That helps me not at all. Oh man. I'm gonna miss. Got him. Okay. And the achievement. Drop something. I'm not too worried about it. Let's quickly... Gonna be the best way to do this. Go off here and then make a sharp right turn. That might get us to where we need to go. This is just gonna be super stressful as I go across. Okay, made it to the other side. I'm gonna just quickly hop down and build myself a little staircase. There we go. Stick a torch on that, so we'll need it, but let's get up here and see what we can find. Feeling like a fortress is going to be a little more complicated to find. Yeah. Well, those are bones, probably. Yeah, that's a Soul Sound Valley. I can't remember if I'm on the update that allows happy ghast to spawn. Might as well walk over there. We might be able to get one. Right? Couldn't hurt. Alright, I see skeletons. Oh, and a fortress. Wow. Look at that. Can't remember if I can get a happy ghast, so I'm gonna look around. I can't. I know I need to update my game already. Oh, hello. Let's not do that. I don't have a bow. Comes to the Nether without a bow. Why are there scary noises? Alright. Nope. Okay. I need to get rid of you because there's a fortress there that I want to get into. And I am not going to bridge with you hanging about. Okay. Go too far? Oh, mercy. Get out of here. Okay, that was weird. Yes! There we go. Okay. My goodness, that was annoying. One, I think a good idea to probably collect some of this soul sand. Okay. Let's not fall into that. Oh, what is that? Huh. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Didn't know that they dropped this now. I think it's good when... There's a blaze spawner. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I think it's good when fortresses spawn inside of Soul Sound Valleys. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a good thing. At least for getting... whatever they're called. Wither skulls. We're gonna do a very dumb thing here. Oh, I do have it. There's like, there he is right there. Do I go down there? Oh man, come on. Oh man, things I want. Okay, so we do this. I want him. This is how I climbed up. Instead of going up, let's go back here and then down. Should be able to get across and get us gas. That must be great. I don't know anything about happy ghasts. I know they need water. I guess I know something, but that's about all I know, is that they want to be in water. And then you can make them a saddle. About the extent of my knowledge. I'm kind of behind on Minecraft. Close that off. Don't need to have that much lava. Cool, everything cool. We're gonna go all the way down here. Just my bright red path. Boom. Don't trust this gravel. Oh, that was really easy to pick up. Okay. Oh, we have a ghast. Happy ghast. That's not happy. It's a dried ghast, right? Should I bridge from down here and go across, or should I go back up? We're gonna go from down here. Probably a terrible idea. We'll make it happen. So I guess while I'm slowly building a staircase up from certain death, I guess I could tell you what my plan is. Oh, there's blazes. Okay. Hopefully they don't see us. If they see us, we're in deep trouble. Anyway, let's make this quick. So, my plan is we're about 30 days off from day 100. I want to do a special for day 100, and I think fighting the Wither would be a good way to do that. So, the plan for this episode is to get enough Wither skulls in order to make that a possibility. So, we're going to be farming up Wither skulls, probably also blazes. And then I'm going to be getting ready for this fight. I'm going to get killed. Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay. Fire. Please don't be the end. Oh, no. Okay. My carrot saved us. Oh, my goodness. Sir, why are you on my bridge? Get out of here. Okay, that was stressful. Not what I had in mind. Oh, my heart is pounding. Let's make some wood, because we need some placey blocks. You're a ghast. I'm on a very bad platform for a ghast. There's wither skeleton. Oh, okay. Try not to panic. I am very stressed right now. That's okay. You dirty dirtbag. Oh my gosh, I didn't even register that he was going to be hostile. Okay. I don't think we're safe. In fact, I know we're not safe. We found a fortress. I think we need to go back and equip ourselves with a little bit of range. So that's going to require some villager trading. But you know what? That might be a nice change of pace for me while I calm down. Because, man, this place is stressing me out. So, let me run back home, and we're going to start working on a... probably an infinity bow. Sort out my inventory, and then we'll come back and we'll explore that fortress, because I feel very underprepared to deal with the stresses of the Nether without a bow. So, yeah, I'll meet you back in the overworld. Okay, after that little diversion of about 3 days, we now have a bow. So, with that, I'm feeling a bit more confident to get into the Nether, so we're going to head back to that fortress and get busy plundering it for all of its goodies, as well as seeing if we can get some wither skulls. So this bow will definitely help out with all that. So let's get back there. This is unfortunate, but this is why we have the bow now. This is all going to be taken care of super quick. Okay, an overall uneventful jaunt back over here. Sure, once we get to the top of the staircase, that's going to quickly change. We just need to kind of get into the fortress and not be standing on the outside. Like, let's see. Have blazes, which is not fun. And block those shots for me. Let's see. No. Oh, something broke. My helmet broke. That's unfortunate. Well, we'll probably have to get some maxed out armor of our own making. Just what I made. It's me. Oh, skeleton shit. Well, yeah, we're just gonna have to play this at range. I was gonna work on the pork chops, but I feel like carrots are probably just going to be safer, especially without my helmet. Yeah, we finally made it into the fortress. Oh, that's a lot of skeletons. Let's stay down here. I think it'll be safe. Honor. Our place. Nah, I think 11's okay. We'll just kind of bypass that for now. We might do something with a blaze spawner later, but for right now, I think we're good. Okay. This guy. Skull? Give me a skull. Give me a skull. Oh my gosh. We got a skull. Alright, well, there's our first one. I'm gonna farm up the second one. I'll probably run between this bridge and that bridge. And I'll bring you back once we have all three, yeah? Alright, let's do it. Oh my gosh, there it is. Just got another wither skeleton skull. So we've got two already. That is... We're making good time. We might be able to get more done this episode than I thought. But let's keep farming for number 3. Not the third one? That is the third one! Heck yeah! Actually, we got 2. Oh my gosh, we have 4. I killed this last one just because I can. Out of here. Alright, well, that didn't take as much time as I thought it was going to. We got some magma slime, or magma cream, not slime, and 4 wither skulls, so that's awesome. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. With that said, quickly grab up some netherrack, because I want to go to the other side of that fortress. I need nether wart potions. I do plan to use those for both the fight with the wither as well as later, probably when I'm fighting the ender dragon if we make it that far. I'd like to have some slow falling points. But yeah, this fortress is really good for wither skeletons, as you can see. It's also really good for getting killed. So that's exciting. Cranston. What? I don't want to hit these big men, but I need to get through. Okay, there we go. I don't think I got another one. That's fine. I'm gonna run right past that blaze. We are starting to run a little low on food, so I'm just gonna try to quickly get out of here. Bones and coal, that's fine. I like this. I'm getting greedy. Okay. Follow me, mister. two of you. Come on. You got this. Fortress does extend over that direction. Let's see if... Wait, I made this. Come in here. Other... Don't want to get shot. Okay, yeah, we're in trouble. Okay. That's great. Place that there. This is my little safe cubby. Make it more safe. Hello. Get out of here. Okay. I want to get over there. I feel like I'm gonna get shot off by a blaze. If I make a bridge. Which is very unfortunate. Oh my goodness. This is so dangerous. More blazes. Okay, I don't want to fight them. Let's make a plan of attack. All I really have to do is just get over to that side of the lava lake. I think it. Hold on. Yeah, so I just have to get over there without dying. That's the trick. Let me see. Actually, you know what? I think if we just leave the fortress and get on the other side, we could just take a really long trip around, and that might bring us out. So let's do that. Get shot, of course. And not having a full armor or having that helmet is really affecting me. But we do have quite a bit of time left before I want to fight the Wither, so we might do some mining to gather up some diamonds to make our own custom diamond set. It's gonna be untrimmed at first. I'll eventually trim it, but that's gonna be its own project. Then get that, and then get enough. Work on getting the enchants to make a maxed out set so we're safe when we're fighting the Wither. Ow. Here. Yeah, it should just be right across there where that little giant lava fall is. Perfect. Yep, that's right where I wanted to be. And more Wither skeletons. But they actually can't get me. Ah. There's for safety. Okay. Like a little thing here. I want to carry the bricks, so place them. Okay, this looks like a much bigger portion of the Nether fortress. Hoping we can find some Nether wart. That's the last thing I want to do in the Nether today. Let's see. Stairs are good. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay. This is working out great. Didn't take me too long to get the Wither skulls, and even less time to grab those. I'm going to explore the fortress a little bit. I do want to see... What can I get? Anything crazy I need? I know there's, like, loot chests that I could get diamonds from, and that might help. Get lost, so I'm gonna put the torch there just to kind of indicate that's where I'm in. This place is a maze. I'm not... Oh, there we go. There's a chest. With a single diamond. Gold, nether wart, and a golden chest piece. How do I look? Dashing. Anyway. Oop. Okay, I'm gonna break this so I don't come back to it thinking I need it. Gold. That chest with us. Yeah, I think I'm pretty satisfied with our Nether trip here. I think we might find ourselves outside the Nether now. I don't really see a reason to be in here. But probably it'd be a good idea to grab some quartz. So I think on my way back to the portal, I'll just dig up a bunch of the quartz. Take more of the soul sand though. Be good. Say soul sand, I meant nether wart, but I guess it comes with it. What's up here? Any chests? probably eat. Now that I'm looking at my food, I think I'll grab some of the quartz on my way back out of the Nether. And I think we'll be done with the Nether. Just kind of get ourselves ready to fight the Wither at this point. So there's a chest down there I'm going to grab really quick, and then we'll head out. Yeah, I'll meet you back out in the overworld, and we're going to start getting ourselves armed and ready to take on the Wither. I'm terrible. I am terrible. Alright. Home sweet home in the overworld. I'm gonna quickly empty out my inventory. I think time we jump back into the mines. Get ourselves enough diamonds to actually make our own custom set. As this one is, well, it's on the outs. So we do that, and we'll jump into the mines and get ourselves all equipped and get ourselves a fresh custom set. We start by jumping back into a familiar cave and getting down to where I mined my first diamonds. End up coming across a ton of mobs while lighting the cave up, and even have a close call with a creeper. Once they're all sorted though, I collect a decent amount of ore ranging from coal and iron up to diamonds and redstone. Right, so after that mining adventure, looks like we came out with a bunch of iron, redstone, gold, lapis, copper. Mainly I got my 31 diamonds, pants, helmet, chest piece, and our boot. So fantastic. Plenty. Have our full set. Throw the rest in there. Alright, so I'm going to get smelting on these iron and gold and stuff and put that away. But now we're going to start working on getting enchantment books for all of these. Replacing this. And just like that, we have a fully maxed out set other than thorns and the treasure enchants we'll get later. But yeah, our full setup, and I went with blast protection on the pants just so we can get some extra protection against both the wither, because that'll be a big deal, and then also creeper so I don't get one shot. Not wearing my chest plate or it puts me off. So with that, I think the next thing I do, head to where we're going to actually fight the wither, get that area ready. So head on over there. I'm actually going to create the rest, get some emeralds, and then I'll head over there, get you guys over at the site where fight the wither. Okay, unfortunately it is dark, but we are at the spot in which I want to fight the wither. It is a abandoned village. House is just right over there. Got a lot of work here because in my mind it sounded like a good idea, but definitely got to work on this area and make it maneuverable. I'm probably going to close up this cave. I did bring some resources over knowing that I'd have to do some terraforming. I've got some dirt, stone, cobblestone, andesite. Probably end up needing more. But I think what we're going to do is jump into a time lapse. I'm just going to kind of get this place cleaned up. At least remove a bunch of the trees. Do a bunch of other, like, just make this area maneuverable, because I don't want to get stuck on terrain while fighting the Wither. So let's jump into that time lapse now. Get this area cleaned up. Probably close off this cave, like I said, make the face. So yeah, let's jump into that next. To start this transformation, I begin by removing all the trees to get a better look at the terrain I'm working with. Next, I start working on cleaning up the roads, starting with the one that will eventually lead to the upper village. Next, I work on the roads heading towards my base and the central streets as well. Once they're sorted, I begin working on closing up the cave and creating a cliff face. When I'm happy with that, I begin work on the road leading up to the upper village and terraforming surrounding it. Okay, I am happy with the terraforming that I just finished. Just kind of looking at it though, from a bird's eye view, the village looks very empty. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to add a building here, 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 and lastly over here. Considered putting a few over here along this road, but with this ravine here, I have a different idea. Kind of fill in this space, I was going to add like a little mine entrance. I was going to pop into this cave that we've already and kind of clear it out as a way for me to duck in, and then I'm going to use these buildings as cover. So having a few of them around I think is a good idea. That's what we're going to do next. I just got to run back and grab some supplies and kind of take my stuff back, but yeah, I think we'll just pop up a few buildings. Got those up, we'll build the mine entrance, and at that point we're getting pretty close to day 99, and that's where, yeah, that's kind of where we're going to end it, and the Nether Wither fight being in the next episode. So, all that said, let me go grab some supplies, and I think we might actually have the Wither come out of the mine for a fight. We'll see. Another problem is, with this being just one layer thick, I spawned in the mine, it might blow up, and then diving down. So, we might spawn him actually up here. I'm gonna probably get rid of that lava, just to make it safer for myself. Yeah, that will probably happen. Missed a spot. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go grab some wood, and some cobblestone. Grab some moss so we can have a mossy cobblestone to kind of match the aesthetic of these already kind of appreciated buildings. And we'll go from there, so yeah. Okay, so with the houses completed, I think the next thing I work on is going to be a mine, and I think a good spot for it is going to be right here. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think I'd like a little bit better that way. Rails over a little bit. Just have them turn off. Clear out this part. Just have the rails kind of come off this way, so it's not kind of obstructing. What I think we can do is take... I want to show that the villagers were kind of messing around with something in the Nether. Collecting obsidian. Ultimately got the wither out here. Gonna plop that down there. So they had their obsidian kind of going. They were collecting ores as well. And do make block of cobblestone. Probably need a workbench out here, so we'll throw it there. Bunch of those together. And do is just we can pallet this up a bit. Just to add some detail. A little lantern on the top. So, yeah, I think this looks good. Now, I do actually want to go into the cave. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of pop into the cave here. Shot by a bunch of skeletons. I do want to make this secure just in case the wither does decide to go down into the cave for whatever reason. Or if I need to get away from the wither. I think that would be good to have that option to go hide in this cave. I do want it to be a bit safer than what it is. Very safe right now. I'll do anything fancy here, just kind of make it look like it goes in there. A little lantern there, but then I think I'm just gonna ladder down, so let me grab some ladder. Alright, so I just realized that I had my recording paused while I fixed this, but essentially we just moved it down one. I added some lights and some like ways down into the cave. What I'm going to do is just kind of light this cave up as a way for me to kind of duck into it if I need to. Also just get some ores. Some copper shouldn't be bad. But yeah, we're just going to do that for the next little while, and then I'll meet back with you guys closer to day 99 for final preparations, and we'll get ready to fight ourselves a wither. I am going to spawn it on top of that well right there, and I'm going to try and get up to the top to shoot down at it. Just because thicker terrain up there. Hopefully everything goes well with the fight. We'll go from there. So anyway, I'll bring you guys back for final preparations. We'll go from there. Alright, so we're back at the house. Just finished doing some mining over in that cave, as well as the one a little bit closer. Gathered up some cobwebs, and then we did find a, what is it, a geode. So I gathered up a few of those purple crystals as well. We'll kind of touch base on that in a minute. But mainly, this is what we came out with. So, ton of coal, a bunch of iron, got a ton of copper, gold, which this will be really good for building my golden apples. Then we got our redstone, some lapis will be good, and then we also got some deep slate diamonds. So, all good. I'm going to turn these into resource towers and tear them all down and get them all smelted. Primarily, I want these for the golden apples, like I stated. So let's do that, and I'll bring you back to kind of show you the final haul. Alright, finally got done with those resource towers. The haul comes out to be a stack and 47 of the gold ore, a ton of stacks of the lapis. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about 5 and then 14. A bunch of iron, 44 blocks worth plus 5. The copper was ridiculous. We've got, what is that? 3, almost 4 full stacks of copper blocks, plus 2 more, and then the coal at a stack and 55. So feeling pretty good on the resource front. I'm gonna get these smelting while we do some potion crafting and getting some apples ready. So let's jump into that next. I've got my potion tower just right there. I'm not sure if I actually made. Can't remember if I made a brewing stand. Let's go check it out real quick. I've actually not made the brewing stand yet, so let's do that next. Pretty sure it is just a blaze rod and 3 stone. Not. What do I make a brewing stand? 3 cobblestone. Bed. Let's toss those back in there. 3 cobble. Go get our brewing stand. We'll grab 1 more of these blaze rods, put some blaze powder in it, come up here and plop that down. There we go. This is our little brewing tower. Couldn't think of anything else to put up here, but I kind of like the way that looks. Oh, I don't know if I get that blaze powder in there. I'm gonna get some ingredients ready to go and get these ores smelting, and then we'll kind of check back in. Okay, so since we've got some gold smelting, we're going to grab these apples. Put up here. And I'm noticing I'm also pretty low on carrots, so I'm actually going to grab a stack of emeralds and go buy some of those. But we're going to take our gold, and we're going to make like 5. I think that's a good amount. First to work with. Don't need to use all of our gold, but at least have some on us. And then I also want to get some regen potions. Wrong way. So I think, remember right, it's going to be an awkward potion plus a gas tier. Do I have a gas tier? Actually do. That's surprising. And then, let's see, I think it's redstone that makes the potency more. I also want to make it splash, so we'll grab a gunpowder. Let me look real quick and see if it's redstone. Okay, so it looks like redstone will make it last longer, but glowstone, I swear I had some. Glowstone will make it more potent. I don't want to use glowstone for just a quick burst of healing. Alright, so let's pop that down, smash that, grab the rest of it. I think that's all I need. Run up to our potion crafting really quick. This. So it's a nether wart, and I think I need to put some storage in. Let's go grab 3 barrels while we're waiting. Okay. Climb back up here real quick. 2. Little shelf above it, and then we'll throw the nether wart in there. So we've got our awkward potion. And I believe it's the gas tier. If that makes us. Okay, perfect. So we got our potion of regeneration. Let's make it glowstone dust. If I remember right, when you eat a golden apple, it gives you a regen effect. So we'll eat a golden apple if things are getting bad, but we'll also have the potion of regen on us. So we can throw those at our feet to get a bunch of health and then eat the apple probably after. Just in case things go sideways. Go. Potion of regeneration 2 for 22 seconds, and then we'll throw some gunpowder on it. That should get us right away for the most part. I'm gonna move this up now. There we go. Okay, so we have our splash potion of regen. And we got our achievement, good, and I believe because I'm using a inventory mod, it should auto replenish. So, I think I only need to have 1 in my inventory. If not, then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. These on my hotbar. Gotta go buy some carrots, so I think that'll be our next task. I'll do that real quick. I think for the most part, we're almost ready to fight the Wither. I'm a little anxious about it, to be honest. I'm going to love this world, and I'm getting a lot more ideas for the surrounding area. I'd hate to never be able to work on them. I think next thing is just putting the weather down, so I add extra like mighty holes for me. Alright, as the sun rises on day 99, figure we'll do a quick village tour. Not much changed up on this end, but let's do a quick aerial flyby. So I added a bunch of trees to kind of show the perimeter of the arena, for lack of a better word. Did add some in the middle just to kind of add, some character, we'll call it that. I did fill this in with water. I think it'd be cool to kind of build a little bridge here eventually. Once we connect our main base over to here eventually. That'll come later. But yeah, let's kind of go through the detailing work that I did. I put lights in every house. That one's not too much, but coming down and around here, we come to our first house. As you can probably notice, part of it's fallen down. We got the wall that fell out here, part of the support beam, and part of the roof's all over the place. Thought it was a cool little touch. I don't see myself kind of going into here. I know that I said I'd be tucking into buildings for cover. We'll kind of see how that works out, but yeah, just, if I need to run into here really quick, I can hide in this corner. I kind of want to avoid stepping on or fighting the Wither up here, because otherwise he'll knock me into this abomination. Anyway, like I said, more trees added here. Just added some lights into here. Not a whole lot there. This is one of the other houses that I built. Just kind of knocked out a few blocks, added some spider webs, kind of make it fit in with the rest of them. I did fill in the crop fields again. I know that I stripped them originally, but I kind of like them filled. If they get destroyed, they get destroyed. It is what it is. More trees. I bone milled a lot of this, and then I textured this cave, or I guess the cliff face. Added cobblestone and andesite primarily. Some gravel was already put in there. Then I added some buttons. Then I also added some cobwebs here, showing that it's abandoned. Didn't do much with the obsidian or the cobblestone. Or, yeah, that is cobblestone. And then that kind of goes all the way. Textured all this. I like this tree. It's kind of goofy, but I like it. All the way back. Yeah, that's all taken care of. Next, I mean, not a whole lot more than that. Just kind of detailed the other ones with the cobwebs, like I stated. So there's one of the other houses, which has some cobwebs in it as well. Smashed out some of the windows, some blocks are missing. And the last building I put in more cobwebs and such. Yeah, nothing crazy, honestly. It was just kind of busy work, especially the detail work over on the cliffside, and then just doing some other stuff in the background, filling in some holes. One right there. But yeah, and then obviously I made this little pond. This is just kind of for future stuff. I did bone mill it just to kind of add a little bit, but hopefully the fight doesn't come over here. I think I'm ready to fight the Wither. I've got my golden apples, I've got my splash potion of regen, and I've got my milk bucket for when the fight's over. I can quickly clear the Wither effect. Got my bow. I think what I'm going to do, I think I mentioned this earlier, is as soon as I spawn him, I'm going to run up to probably the blacksmith and shoot down at him. He's going to fly up pretty quick to me. And then we'll kind of fight him from there. Yeah, we're just going to use the blacksmith as kind of the main point, and then if things start to go bad up there, I'm going to jump down into the valley. I don't want to fight too much down here, because with all the holes that we filled, I'd have to definitely stay away from the mine, because I'd fall down into this. And I think there's a few other holes, but anyway, we'll see how it kind of goes from there. But we don't want to fall into any of those caves. I feel like at that point, he's going to trap me, or the fight's going to get harder. Yeah, now it's just gotta wait for tomorrow. It's about midday, so I'm just gonna do kind of last minute checklist, make sure everything is really ready to go. And tomorrow we fight the Wither. Let me just know. Right there, yeah. I filled that hole. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm just going to do last minute checks, make sure I have everything. I'm going to try and get my saturation to go down and then stop moving. That way I can have full saturation bar going into the fight. And then I can... Hopefully I won't need to use all of this, but I'm hoping this is all overkill. If it's not, good to have. Really don't want to lose this world. I'm in love with this world. This is my favorite world that I've ever made, and I'm glad that I'm able to bring you guys along the journey with me, but yeah, let's kind of hunker down for a minute, and I'll bring you back when it's time to fight the big bad. Oh boy, I'm anxious. Right, it's day 100. Moment of truth, see if I can actually do this. Want a clear shot that way, so let's go!